Inside this unique environment, a beautiful theater, ready for a fist fight.
It's a privilege and an honor to be here. I feel so lucky to be sat here talking about something I love.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup, and here we go. So here we go. Should be a good one. You don't want to trade shots. Looking to land the hook. So much for boxing. This is a fight. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
You're getting everything tonight, and you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses because you're going to be so transparent, all laid out there.
Nice counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Beautiful counter shot. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry?
I'm happy. Good job.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
You'd like to see more jabs. That jab misses. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Missing with the hook. The straight right just misses. A perfect counter shot. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That was almost a 10-8.
Now relax.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
He can't find a home for that jab. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. Couldn't land that jab. Can't land the jab there. Good counter shot by her. Straight right just misses. And is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this fight. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? The last round was massive for her, Johnny. How does she keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter. Swing and a miss with the hook. That counter shot lands. Tried to score with a jab. Straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. Nice counter shot by her. The perfect counter lands. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Trying to land that jab. Good counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards... Did you see that? Can they finish it? I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know.
Good job. I don't want you to know that.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. These 2 fighters are made for one another. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
He wasn't ready for that counter. She scores with that counter. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. How about that time counter shot? straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. She got clipped by that counter. Incredible work rate. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round.
I like that round. Keep it up. Stay focused.
On to the 6th round. She's coming off a fantastic last round. Let's see what she's going to do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Punch, counter punch. Catch and shoot. These two were made for each other. Good counter punching. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Lucky that hook didn't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. She catches and counters. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round. Here comes round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have the quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. They exchange punches. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I don't want you to load up.
And there's the bell for round 8. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Catch and shoot. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down. Hold it right there. Are we about to see a first-round knockout? And right back into the fray.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once and no...
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. They've avoided catastrophe there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough, tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. How much cardio was...
I'm happy. I'm a happy coach. I like that.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
This fighter expending a lot of it. Whoa, wait a minute! And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. How did they survive that?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
And that was it. That was the big shot we were waiting for. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
These two women pretty close halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
She wasn't ready for that counter. The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. We'll see how much endurance these two fight.
I like that. I'm happy.
And there's the bell for round 10. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, they're training, they can...
And down goes Fists of Fire. She really knocked the wind out of her with that punch, and she can't stay on her feet any longer. Let's see it again.
A shot from the gods took her out.
believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Beautiful counter punch. Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Nice counter. The straight right just misses. She catches and counters. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They exchange punches. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. The judges have spoken, a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.